Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Road Warden. Now, I found this game based off of the life and suffering of Sir Brante, because I've told you guys I really miss the life and suffering days. You can't get too much sadness, am I right? So, I'm going to try out this demo and see what we think of it. If I fall in love with it, like the way I did with Sir Brante, I'll end up buying the full game. Or if you guys end up liking it a lot, then I'll just end up buying the full game. It's just the way it goes sometimes, you know what I mean? So, already the music, I'm super pumped. It's supposed to be another text-based game with a lot of reading, so I got a glass of water here, and... Alright, let's just hope it's water. I mean, it's in a wine glass. Could just be straight tequila. It was straight tequila, and I drank all of this. We'd be in for a very interesting Let's Play. New game! Everyone knows to stay away from the wilderness. Most people would never risk a lonely journey. Road Wardens not only accept this struggle, they embrace it. They deliver messages, assist merchants, burn human corpses, and if possible, get rid of beasts and highwaymen. They live on the road, die young, or retire early. It's a dangerous job, but a respectable one. I still have my and it pays well. I still have my doubts, or I leave the safety of the city walls. This is another one of those choices matter games. I'm gonna leave the safety. I am brave man! Do I get to name myself? I hope I get to name myself. That would be fun. Ooh, all the settings are right up here. Awesome, awesome. Ooh, cool. Alright, so everything is here. Let me make sure it's all visible. Yeah, everything is visible. Okay, good. Alright. Dang, the music is just like bumping. Alright. The wall is still standing. There are no wolves around. No stench of blood. Good signs. This should be the place you're looking for. You were supposed to meet with a group of soldiers, but you hear no voices. No sounds of labor. The gate is ajar, but the camp isn't safe. They may keep away the goblins and peddlers, but not beast folk, not trolls. And the night is near. Your palfrey breathes heavily. It had a long day. I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously. I dismount and sneak around the gate. Let's peek inside. I get off the horse and enter the camp briskly. Alright, so we know it's not a safe camp. I'm either going to look around cautiously or I'm going to dismount and sneak to the gate. I'm going to look around cautiously. We're going to be a little bit more brave than that. I'm going to peek around and say, ooh. Take care of yourself. If you're hurt or exhausted, some actions won't be available to you. The weaker you are, the higher the chance you'll die in combat. I like it! Yeah! Oh, I love it! Okay. Your heavy boots hit the ground and the pain of the long ride finally catches up with you. You stretch out, bringing your back and legs comfort. All you want now is a table, a decent chair, and a nice mug of beer, and some warm stew. With any luck, your axe won't be needed here. I approach the gate slowly, and I've got my vitality is 3 of 4. I hope that grows. What's this? 30 minutes before dusk. Cool. So I need to get to shelter quickly. If it's a military camp, it doesn't look the part. Plenty of wasted space. The fire pit is cold. Two people are sitting at the table, gotcha, tired and disheartened. They're looking different directions, paying no attention to one another. One of them is holding a cup. After a moment, you notice a quiet humming. You recognize the melody of a light-hearted drinking song from the city harbor. I could just look for another shelter. I need to look around cautiously, or they don't look like much of a threat. I'm going to look around cautiously now. The people inside the camp didn't even notice the clatter of hooves. The short, dry grass barely cover the arid soil of this valley, but you may be a minute away from the edge of sparse woods, which get denser and climb up hills. At best, this trail has a few more years before getting overgrown for good. Hard to believe this is the only route north. So I've looked around. I've got an idea. This is interesting. I like the way that this is playing out. So I could look for another shelter, or it doesn't look like much of a threat. There's two of them, one of me, and they're not really paying attention. I'm gonna say it doesn't look like much of a threat. I'm gonna go in. It takes them a few breaths to glance in your direction. The first person greets you with a wave of his hand. There are bags under his eyes. His beard is messy. Despite his simple shirt, he's wearing durable, decent boots. A mace with a head covered in iron hangs at his side, but he doesn't reach for it. Let's take a look at the second soul. Just like you, she's wearing a gambeson, but here it's a bit loose, as if she took it off a corpse. Her head is shaven, and as if she's protecting herself from flesh-eating bugs. Her eyes are weary yet kind. She smiles. Considering the squad was sent here half a year ago, these two surely look the part. Excuse me. Though there should be more of them. 8, you believe. I'm gonna ask them about their lieutenant. You wonder how to phrase your question. Friendly, be supportive and cordial, playful, use a joke or a witty comment. Oh, I love this! Whenever you meet new people, you can influence how they perceive you by selecting one of the attitudes. I love it! Oh, I'm gonna love this game just like I loved Sir Brante. Vulnerable, be sad, tired, afraid, and hopeless. Intimidating. Distance, hide your emotions. I'm gonna be friendly. I was hoping to meet with your lieutenant. Could we talk for a little bit? The woman lets out a loud sigh, dusts off her gabbeson, and steps towards you. She pays little attention to the sword. She pays little attention to the sword at her side. Most definitely can, you and I. Though holding this rank is still somewhat new to me. Are you a messenger? Did you lose your mount? She observes you with curiosity. Or are you looking for help? I'm your new Road Warden. My horse is waiting outside. Really? The soldier in the shirt leans forward. That explains how you got here in one piece, all by yourself. Better bring your beast in here, adds the lieutenant. We have no hay, but I bet it dreams of dropping its saddle. A long pause. I'm Tulia, by the way. Alright, Tulia. She reaches out her hand. Shake her hand. Ooh, and then I gesture for her to stop, pretending to be embarrassed. I should wash myself first, but you can calm. Okay, so I get to decide my name now. Oh gosh, I gotta think. Alright, well, I started friendly. I'm gonna stay friendly. How do I want people to call me? Oh gosh. I don't know if I can come up with something as good as burp. Le perturbed. Nah. I am not le perturbed. I could be El Dude or El Dud. I see. The part is like I love the naming, but you gotta find a name that sticks. And so far, neither of these are sticking. My wife would get this. My wife would get Sanchez. I don't want to go with Sanchez right now, though. This is the wrong tone for Sanchez. Skirp. I'm Skirp. Skirp. Skirp at your service. I am the one. That could be Jesus. I've got it. 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 You know how there's John the Baptist? Well, let me introduce you to Jelp the Dunker. Jelp the Dunker. Her grasp is confident, the shake is slight. Just keep your horse away from the tents. She steps away. We don't need to smell its dung. Fair enough, fair enough. And there's this one issue. The soldier in the shirt also rises to his feet. We have no tent to spare. You'll have to use a blanket or something. I should get used to sleeping on the ground anyway, I guess. You walk through the gate. Your mount looks about and snorts anxiously. I know, not too many humans could ride a horse. Or not many humans could ride a horse. It's not only taller could it's not only taller than you, but also bulky, as heavy as it is strong. You can get in the saddle within a single breath, but most people wouldn't know where to even begin. From every side, it's a wall of flesh. Okay. Here we go. Horses were brought to the Dragon Woods from the conquest of the South. They can trot for a long time, but won't outrun some of the local monsters. Interesting. Your palfrey needs to survive, but without it, you too would be lost. Interesting. It's my only companion here. I want it to feel at ease. I don't care how it feels, but I need it to be strong if I want to travel, and I can't afford another one. He's my buddy! Jope the Dunko is buddy to all animals. It takes a few steps towards you, scolding you with another snort. You scratch the bottom of its neck with strength and confidence, just the way it likes it. Humans see useful animals and pets as monsters in disguise. Getting emotionally attached to them is believed to lead humans to their doom. But you know that horses need companionship. I speak to it gently and lead it to the camp. You end up next to the fire pit. Removing the saddle makes the horse nicker with relief. You take a couple of minutes to examine its back just in case. While the riding equipment is not that heavy for such a strong animal, with enough time, it starts to chafe. Okay, I just need to see... Okay. You wish it had something to eat, something other to eat than shabby grass. You should look for an inn. I need to unpack. You haven't brought many things, and you lost one of the sacks while fleeing the Crimson Corpse Eaters. That'll be interesting to learn what that is. Worst of all, you have no rope left, but many of the soldiers could share one. Shouldn't cost more than a dragonborn. Aside from the travel set, you own a few valuable possessions essential for your trade. Alright, so now I get to choose something. I want to learn more about the three classes. I carry writing instruments and alchemic ingredients, as well as an iron axe, a wooden gambeson, and a healing potion. Interesting. I have a talisman that would help me use my powers, as well as an iron axe. Okay, so I've got it. No matter what, I've got those. I've got the iron axe and the gambeson, right? Interesting. I spend my savings on decent combat equipment. Ooh. Let's learn a little bit more. As a fighter, you'll have an easier time in physical challenges. Take superior equipment. Mage uses Pneuma, a versatile but limited pool of energy points that can be spent to cast a few humble spells. Mages won't protect you better than a sharp axe, but as a mage, you'll be able to heal faster while resting, detect magic in a mysterious area, distract a beast. Okay. Scholar will know more about the world's mysteries than you, helping you take advantage of some unusual situations. Your character will impress the locals with its knowledge, and you'll be able to read the sparse written clues without anyone's assistance. Scholars struggle with combat more than the other classes, but with enough carefulness and exploration, you'll gain access to alchemic mixtures that will help you escape from many dangerous situations. I'm kind of drawn to either the mage or the scholar. I'm gonna go with the scholar. All right, you unpack and inspect your belongings. Your water skin. I've got an inventory. Open the inventory to see my possessions. Cool. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. All right, we got the battle axe, a gambeson, padded defensive jacket, alchemic ingredients, travel set, all sorts of useful tools, writing instruments. Okay. Simple battle axe. It shows that I've learned how to fight humans and human-sized monsters. It's not masterfully made. Okay, gotcha. Cool. Return. I unpack my belongings just in case. You take a look at a wooden bowl and a mug. Your cape, tinderbox, matches a food rations, knife. Nothing special or too cumbersome. From time to time, your routine helps you to avoid mistakes, but this doesn't make it any more exciting. I return to the soldiers. They're at the table again, observing your beast and chatting between themselves. Your stomach growls at the sight of them eating out of the wooden bowls. One more bowl was put at a previously unused end of the table. You can sit down on a tree log. I can either join them to take a look at the meal, thank them for the meal, but I don't want to eat with them. I sit down and ask Tulia what she can tell me about this area. I completely ignore the meal. I sit down and speak with Tulia. Alright, I've got 2 out of 4 armor. It'll stop lighter attacks, but not for long. I feel well. 15 minutes before dusk. Gotcha. At the moment, they are being friendly, so I'm going to keep being friendly. Ooh, okay. Food. Nourishment. I experience no penalties and bonuses. Keeping your stomach full, make you stronger. Starvation won't allow you to restore vitality while resting. Alright, there's a lot to keep up with, but I'm loving how much there is to keep up with. It's actually kind of exciting. It's cold gruel, the meal eaten in times of hardship. The specific bowl is filled with water, hot millet, some strange-looking cereals, and blueberries. Welcome you with a meal, even a humble one, is beyond their duties. Soldiers live within an hour of their companions, constantly on the move from one part of the realm to the other, making sacrifices to protect their group as they face dozens of hideous creatures. Their lives are filled with discipline, hardship, and camaraderie. Road Wardens, on the other hand, learn how to work by themselves. They seldom engage in open combat, patrolling on the same roads for years. I'm kind of glad that I didn't pick a fighter then if I rarely see combat. They help settlements stay in touch, but also maintain commerce, settle down, forge friendships. When there are no laws to follow, they use their own judgment, different responsibilities, different lifestyles. They eat quickly, not focusing on the taste, then speak with Tulia. Cool, I gain a little bit more food. Awesome. She's focused and chooses her words carefully. She looks away only when she gathers her thoughts. I'm afraid I can tell you less than I would like to, and less than I should. She nods forward to the other soldiers. As you can see, there's not a lot of us left. At the beginning of the summer, there were 8 of us, including our previous lieutenant. 5 are dead, 1 has run away in tears. We're also strangers in this land, added her companion. Any piece of information can help me do my job. Man leans forward, his leg shakes nervously. He sounds like a kid, asking a bard to sing one more long story, tell a joke, or do a magic trick. Whatever it takes to escape from boredom. His untrimmed beard hides much younger face than you originally thought. What did the officials tell you? I expect not that much. No soul governs these lands. I share what I consider to be relevant, or what I've discussed with the officials should stay between me and them. They've been friendly. I'm going to keep being friendly because I think this is important. You tell the soldiers how little guidance you received, since this area is far too away from Havlaven. Gotcha, Havlaven. To keep under control, you were warned that it is untamed and unknown. Who knows how many village bandits or monsters may be found in these unmapped hills and forests. From time to time, new people come here to look for the boundless opportunities. Most of them never return. Do they return into walking corpses or find what they're looking for? No soul could tell me, so I was looking for your guidance. Lieutenant drinks from her cup, and that's a lot of questions. Whew. Drinks from her cup and crosses her legs, ankle on knee. Seeing her chair makes you doubtful she'll ever find a comfortable position. Where should we start? What should I know about the peninsula? Any ideas? What happened to the previous Road Warden? I've lost my rope. Could you spare one? What happened to your squad, Tulia? How did you become a lieutenant? I don't really care about most of these so far. What was your squad's mission? Anything I should know about this camp? If you were me, where would you go next? Okay, so I'm gonna end up asking about these. So I'm gonna ask what I should know about the peninsula first. I'll tell you what I know, and you'll be the judge, says the lieutenant. How long did it take you to get here from the city? On a decent palfrey, I guess it would be 3-4 days. When you confirm, she continues. From here, you can reach the coast in about a day, as long as you don't make any stops. Do you know the situation? Why no ships can get here? You nod. The sea route allows Havlaven officials to keep in touch with the coastal villages, collect taxes, more of the soldiers collect lumber, deliver tools, but maintaining order on a wild coast such as this one is like filling the ocean depths with coins. I say this because it just popped in my head. I want to play more of the Dark Egg, because I loved the Dark Egg, and it's still, like, could be my favorite, but there's just no more of the game. I've played all that there is to play so far. When it comes out completely, if it ever does, I will be back at it. But in the meantime, I'll play this. Because of the rocks, you can hardly stop a ship 5 miles from the shore, and boats can't get much closer. She nods. I don't know that much about fishing, but there's not that many people living by the shore, and they don't crave to stay in touch with the city folk. As she pauses, her companion carries on. No soul from the north ever came to the camp. But when we travel to the roadside inn, Pelt of the North, they're happy to trade and to play dice. Why not just stay at one of the settlements? It's a good question. The man clears his throat. I mean, we're to guard the road. This camp is our post, and... Well, he turns to Tulia. She lowers her voice. Don't take it wrong, Jelp the Dunker. But are you a devout soul? Okay, here we go. Like most city folk, I believe the people should unite their strength to overcome the threats of nature and dark magic. Everyone will be judged for both good and evil deeds. I'm a part of the United Church. For many years, I've supported a monastery that does its best to advance mankind's growth in herbalism and magic research and follow the teachings of an order of truth. There's no evidence of the right's existence, and the mystical tales are explained by magic. No, I'm not. I have strong connection to nature and spirits and follow the path of my ancestors. Some of my beliefs may be considered sinister and treacherous by city folk. You might call me a pagan. No. From a small village, for me, the freedom of a this is so cool because, like, unlike Brante, I'm shaping my character's history as I go. This is so cool. I love this. Small village. I have a place in my fellowship. My community is unique and independent, and so are its members. That's probably more me, unique and independent. Oh, I see. She hesitantly looks away. I don't know how much about that much about the River of Faith, but I'm sure we're not that different. I'm a Unite myself, she says with a sort of pride in her voice, so she follows the United Church. Maybe just explain what you were thinking of? Interesting. Oh, it's dusk time. Maybe just explain what you were thinking of. The people here are disquieting. Okay, so it's dusk time. Every few words, she taps the table with her finger. These traditions won't help them negotiate with the officials. Here, she starts to draw the lines with her index finger as if she's pointing to an invisible map. I do wish that the music would change, but that's okay. Like, I'll be okay. Let me actually turn it down a little. There we go. Okay. Oh, and I see I'm gonna have to censor myself, but not the game. The peninsula is connected with roads, like a big circle. In the northwest, you'll find a weird village at a bog. It's not exactly pagan. I don't think it even has a priest who claims to be an eremite like yourself. They do crazy stuff, her companion chips in. They use the dead to cut down trees and dig in soil. Once I saw it, I begged never to return there. I see. You've heard of such tales as this one since you were a child. If an isolated settlement manages to survive without a city's influence, its customs and traditions grow more and more alien. Every generation learns how to adapt to the dangerous conditions they had to deal with, and the rustic pagan traditions muddy their river of faith. The United Church often warns its members about the crazy druids, necromancers, and blood mages, the bringers of doom, the traitors to humankind. Alright, were you able to speak with the necromancers? And how about the east? Any monsters worth mentioning? Anything that could catch my mount? Yeah, I'm going to ask about the monsters. We saw all sorts of beasts, the man said. Started to count his fingers. Goblins, treants, cats large and small, runners, howlers, wolves, spiked boars, mouflon eaters, griffins. But we managed to stay away. Some could catch up with most mounts. Tulia glances at her companion. Though a parfley should be fine. The trees are so tall that the flying creatures could keep to the coast and the mountains. There's not that many humans around, and the animals are busy fighting amongst themselves. They fight more for food than territory. Excuse me. The soldier cracks his knuckles. Don't provoke them, and ride fast. Just count on luck. And how about the east? She stares off across the camp. Hard to tell. We went there only once. There are hills, forests, rivers. We saw a tunnel sculpted in the leaves and branches, but we didn't enter it. Wilderness is all around. Alright, we'll ask about the necromancers now. You can see why we're not eager to go there if we would avoid it, the lieutenant chuckles. Maybe they'll be more welcoming to a road warden. The roads are dangerous, with little to no shelters. People need your help. The man in the shirt turns a bit and points a finger to the northwest. If you head into the undead village, you head to an inn first, and soon. Tulia nods. Pelt of the North is a safe place. You can talk with the innkeep or the guards and ask them about the road. Well, I guess that's all I need to know. She nods. I'm afraid we can't do more for you. Okay. I've been going for a little bit, not a ton of time, but I do want to keep this first episode short. So there is going to be a lot of stuff happening, but like already I'm really excited, and I know at minimum I'm going to play through the demo. So I want to thank you guys very much for tuning in. Before I go anywhere, let me save. Quick save complete. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. More of this is to come. I will see y'all later. Peace out!